In April of 1962, a teenage actress with absolutely no professional singing training landed a #1 song on the Billboard Hot 100, selling over 1 million copies, and later admitted with a laugh that she genuinely couldn't sing at all, crediting the entire hit to studio trickery. That's the kind of effortless, undeniable charm Shelley Fabares brought to everything she did across a career spanning more than 7 decades. On Saturday, the 22nd of August 2026, Shelley Fabares passed away in Los Angeles, surrounded by those who loved her most, at the age of 82. Today we're telling the real story of a genuine Hollywood icon, from a child actress who grew up alongside Elvis Presley on the big screen, to the beloved television wife who charmed audiences for generations. Shelley Fabares' family confirmed her passing in a heartfelt statement shared with multiple outlets, including the Associated Press and The Hollywood Reporter. The family wrote that to her family and friends, Shelley was a source of love, strength, laughter, and comfort, describing her as a devoted wife, cherished stepmother, daughter, sister, niece, aunt, family member, and loyal friend, whose warmth, generosity, humor, and grace made an enduring difference in the lives of everyone who knew her. The statement added that she had a remarkable ability to make people feel welcomed, valued, and cared for, and closed by saying the family would remember her for her kindness, loyalty, wit, courage, and beautiful spirit. Shelley Fabares was born Michelle Anne Marie Fabares on the 19th of January 1944 in Santa Monica, California. She began acting at the remarkably young age of 3 and made her television debut at just 10 years old, appearing in a 1954 episode of The Loretta Young Show. Notably, she came from genuine Hollywood lineage. As the niece of acclaimed actress Nanette Fabray, throughout her childhood, she built a steady list of credits, appearing in shows including Annie Oakley and Disney's Annette. Her true breakthrough came in 1958, when she was cast as Mary Stone, the teenage daughter, on the ABC sitcom The Donna Reed Show. The series ran for 275 episodes through 1,966, and Fabares appeared in 192 of them, becoming a genuine teen idol in the process. During her time on the show, she was also given a recording contract, and in April of 1962, her single, Johnny Angel, shot all the way to #1 on the Billboard Hot 100, eventually selling over 1 million copies and earning certification as a gold record. Fabares would later admit candidly, and with real humor, that she couldn't actually sing at all, crediting her chart success entirely to studio production trickery, a disarming honesty that became part of her enduring charm with fans. As of this recording, no official cause of death has been disclosed by the family. Extra reported that she died following what was described only as a brief illness, though the family has not elaborated further, and out of respect for their explicit request for privacy during this time, we won't speculate beyond what's been confirmed. Her family specifically asked that their privacy be respected as they grieve, while noting they take comfort in knowing that Shelley's work, and the memories she created with those who loved her, will continue living on. That same wholesome, undeniable appeal led directly to one of the most memorable chapters of her career. Between 1965 and 1967, Fabares starred opposite Elvis Presley in 3 consecutive films: Girl Happy, Spin Out, and Clambake. She spoke reverently about Presley throughout the rest of her life, and those films remain beloved artifacts of 1960s American pop culture to this day. Beyond her work with Presley, Fabares continued building a long, remarkably consistent television career. She memorably portrayed the wife of football player Brian Piccolo in the acclaimed 1971 TV movie Brian's Song, and went on to appear in The Twilight Zone, The Incredible Hulk, Fantasy Island, Mork, and Minde, The Love Boat, Newhart, and Murder, She Wrote, among many others, becoming one of television's most reliable and familiar faces across multiple decades. In 1975, she took on the role of Francine Webster on One Day at a Time, further expanding her television resume. But it was her role as Christine Armstrong on the hit sitcom Coach, airing from 1989 to 1997 across 199 episodes, that elevated her career to new heights in her later years. Playing the television news anchor and eventual wife of Craig T. Nelson's character, head football coach Hayden Fox, Fabares earned 2 Emmy nominations for Outstanding Supporting Actress in a Comedy Series in both 1993 and 1994, a genuine career highlight that introduced her to an entirely new generation of television audiences decades after her start as a child star. Shelley Fabares' family has not disclosed an official cause of death, describing only a brief illness preceding her passing. It's worth noting, for context, that Fabares had faced serious health challenges earlier in her life. In early 1999, a hospital visit for an esophageal bleed revealed she was suffering from progressive liver failure. After spending 22 months on a transplant waiting list, she successfully underwent liver transplant surgery in October of 2000. Speaking with Cedars-Sinai Medical Center 3 years later, she reflected that the experience had changed her profoundly and expressed deep gratitude toward her husband, Mike Farrell, who she said had been with her every step of the way throughout that difficult chapter. Beyond that documented history, and out of respect for her family's explicit request for privacy regarding her final illness, we won't speculate further on the specific circumstances surrounding her passing this past weekend. Shelley Fabares was married twice throughout her life. Her first marriage was to record producer Lou Adler in 1964. She later married M×A×S×H actor Mike Farrell in 1984, and the two remained married for more than 40 years until her death. Farrell was widely known throughout their marriage for his steady devotion to her, particularly evident during her liver transplant recovery. Fabares is survived by her husband Mike and her daughter, Erin. In their final years together, the couple sold their longtime Sherman Oaks honeymoon home, which they'd purchased back in 1985, and relocated to Studio City specifically to better accommodate and care for Fabares' mother, who was suffering from Alzheimer's disease. Fabares spent much of her final years personally caring for her mother, while also becoming a devoted, visible advocate for Alzheimer's awareness and research funding, a cause that clearly became deeply personal to her through that experience. Given the length and breadth of Shelley Fabares' career, spanning more than 7 decades across film, television, and music, including decades of steady television royalties, a gold record, and 2 notable Emmy-nominated series, her financial legacy reflects a genuinely successful, sustained career in entertainment. While no single, officially confirmed net worth figure has been widely published for her, her decades of consistent television work across major hit series, combined with her early music success and continued residual income, represent a substantial and well-earned professional legacy built over more than 70 years in the industry. Shelley Fabares' career offers a genuine lesson in longevity and reinvention within Hollywood. She began as a young child actress, became a teen idol pop star despite having, by her own admission, no real singing talent, transitioned into a respected dramatic and comedic television career spanning decades, and remained a beloved, in-demand performer well into her 70s. Beyond her professional accomplishments, her final years, dedicated to caring for her mother and advocating for Alzheimer's research, reflect a deeply personal commitment to family that continued right up until the end of her own life. Shelley Fabares spent more than 70 years entertaining American audiences, from a 3-year-old child actress to a chart-topping teen idol, to Elvis Presley's leading lady, to a beloved, Emmy-nominated television star audiences welcomed into their homes for generations. She leaves behind her husband of more than 40 years, Mike Farrell, her daughter Erin, and a body of work that will continue bringing joy to television audiences for generations to come. Rest in peace, Shelley. Thank you for the laughter, the warmth, and for so many unforgettable performances. If Shelley Fabares' work in The Donna Reed Show, Coach, or her music meant something to you, we'd love to hear about it. Leave a comment below sharing your favorite role of hers or a memory of her career. And if you want more respectful, in-depth tributes to the actors who shaped television history, don't forget to subscribe to Your Star Facts.